Hey, Leilani with the Magical Solution here. I want to talk a little bit about the organization of our spirits and the different categories of the spiritual courts, currents, whatever you want to call them. Because just like everything, these categories and the names of these categories evolve. But not just that, the way in which we organize our spirits evolve. So let's talk about it. So before we begin, let's just make it clear right off the bat. Every spiritualist, spiritist, and a spiritista categorizes and organizes their spirits differently. There is no one unified way. You might hear that we categorize them in groups of 3, 4, 7, 9, 13, 21, and that might be true and popular, but that's not necessarily a unified across the board, like hard, fast rule. However, there are some categories, some currents of spirits that will remain popular probably forever, right? So we have the category of the gitanas, we have the category of los indios, we have the category of the congos. Some of these categories will probably always just be there because of their beloved nature and how often they come to assist spiritualists. But these categories can be endless. They don't have to be the standard 7 or 9 categories. You can make however many categories you want to make, or you can organize your spirits as simply as you want to organize them. It's completely up to you. However, when we are talking about categories that are already established and are very beloved in our culture, we do need to speak carefully. One of the biggest issues that comes up when it comes to the naming of these categories is their cultural context, right? These categories are named very generally and artificially without a lot of thought as to the impact that it has on the cultures that these categories have traditionally been associated with. So, for example, Los Indios, right? That is the category of Indian spirits. But as we know, Indians, especially Indians from the North American slash Western hemisphere, don't really identify themselves as Indians. As a matter of fact, they oftentimes look at that and go, aren't you talking about the ones over in like Asia? Aren't those the Indians? We're not that, right? But the name of that category stands because it incorporates so many groups and subgroups of people that identify or that fall into a particular archetypal essence that we resemble or we name as the essence of the Indios. There's a category of Africanas, there's a category of Congos, but does that mean that all Black people need to be put into the Africana current, or that all Black people are going to be considered Congo spirits? No, absolutely not. Super racist, actually. But we have these categories, again, generalized, big, to incorporate many, many subgroups of people under certain aesthetic and archetypal essences. Same thing with the Gitanas. We know the Gitanas is a horrible slur that is oftentimes designated to the Romani people, but we also know that Gitana as a term is a term for nomadic, traveling, divining, healing, hardworking individuals who, if you have those essences about you, you would fall under that category. So the goal of this video is not to create any excuses for why espiritistas have made these categories what they are and why these category names are so beloved and many people don't want to change them. It's not about making excuses for that, but it is about identifying the fact that as we move through time, the definitions of certain words are not going to remain the same as it did back in the 16th, 17th, 1800s. We see these categories and these titles as evolving and ever evolving, and to become much more of an archetypal category than a very, very strict cultural title or framework. Essentially, we have the power and we use the power to rewrite the narrative. Although these categories have histories to them, as I mentioned, there are very specific qualifications for a spirit to fall under a particular category. They have to have certain origin, certain cultural ties, certain archetypal aesthetics that we were talking about, all of that need to be in place in order for that particular spirit to be placed in that category. Just because a spirit is black does not mean that we put them straight into the Africana category. Just because a spirit is a traveling nomadic spirit doesn't necessarily mean we place them right into the Gitana category. No, there are other factors and there are other specifications for those spirits to be placed in the specific place that they are put in. But again, that is going to be up to you, up to the way you organize your spirits. I know plenty of espiritistas that don't even utilize the traditional category names. I know espiritistas who organize their spirits by the elements: earth, air, fire, and water. And if you're a type of spirit that has more of a watery essence, you're going to be put in the water category. If you have a spirit that's hot and passionate and has a lot of fiery energy, you're going to be put in the fire category, period. So like they didn't even bother with culture or, religion or race or anything like that. They just did it based on the elemental frequency of each of the spirits. And that works for them. There's no wrong way of doing this, but if you are going to do it based on the traditional, cruzado way of organizing these spirits, then I highly suggest you do a lot of research on what these categories are about and what exactly deems a spirit worthy to be in that specific category. What is it about that spirit, their history, their culture, their story that places them in a specific current? And don't rush with this process. This process takes years. Identifying your spirits from the jump, just identifying your spirits takes years to figure out who belongs to what and where and all the things, all the things, okay? So don't rush this process at all. However, if you want to have a spiritual investigation done, if you want to have an ancestral court reading done, if you want to figure out how and where to place your spirits that you've already had identified for you, then I highly suggest you go to my website, www.themagicalslush.com, get yourself a reading, divination, consulta, and we will iron out all the details for you. Again, my name is Leilani, this is The Magical Solution, and this is how we grow. Thanks for watching.